What's up, YouTube? This is Pickle Pyro. Sorry for the lack of uploads. I've been kind of busy lately, but I'm back to talk Beatles because if you know anything about me, you know that I am a huge fan of the Beatles. And today I figured I would do a top 10 list of my favorite Beatles songs. Now, this is by no means a top 10 best Beatles songs. That's a whole nother list entirely. This is just my top 10 favorites. And you're almost certainly going to disagree with my placements because, you know, everyone has different tastes. I've been a Beatles fan for almost 2 years now. I've listened to every single one of their songs, and this is just my personal opinion, and I'll tell you right now, there's going to be no Come Together, no Hey Jude, no all these popular songs. This is my opinion. I'm not doing this to please anyone but myself and my friends who also listen to the Beatles. Anyways, let's get started. Then we're talking. Number 10 is I Feel Fine. This is a single, and it's kind of an early Beatles song, but it's definitely one of my favorites from that era. I don't really know why I like this song so much. I just think it's a really fun song to listen to. I like playing it in my buddy's car with the top down. It's a really fun song to listen to there, and I don't really have that much else to say. You could also replace this with Paperback Writer, which I think is an equally great song that kind of matches the same vibe as this song. So that's number 10. Number 9 is She's Leaving Home from Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, which is one of by far the best albums ever made. And if you watch my old Beatles albums ranking video, ignore it. I'm going to remake it. That video was bad. Anyways, moving on. She's Leaving Home. You know, every Beatles fan has like that sad Beatles song that they really like Yesterday, Blackbird. Yeah, I my brain's kind of going out at the moment, but every Beatles fan has that one sad song that they really like. For me personally, that's She's Leaving Home. I think it's a beautiful song. I love that the Beatles took inspiration just by reading the newspaper and seeing the story about the girl who left. I can't remember what her name was, but it is based off a real story. And I read in an interview that the girl was like shocked about how accurate the Beatles were to her original story, like what her father said. And I just think this song is really, really good. It's my favorite like sad Beatles song. I think it's better than Yesterday. Fight me all you want, but that's just my opinion. I think it's a better song than Yesterday. That song is still good, but spoiler alert, it's not on this list. Number 8 is She Said, She Said from Revolver, which is one of my personal favorite Beatles albums, as you can tell, because I own it on vinyl. She Said, She Said is a very, very good song. It's one of probably my favorite off Revolver. You could honestly you could swap this with I Want to Tell You, which is another one of my favorites off Revolver. You could kind of switch these around. I don't know. It's hard deciding which one I like more. But I think She Said, She Said is a really good song. But it took a couple listens for me to really appreciate the song, because before I just skipped it. But now it's one of my favorite Beatles songs. And I just think it's a really cool song. I don't even really understand what the lyrics mean all that much, but I just think it's really a fun song to listen to, and it is one of my favorites. It goes really hard, and I wish it got more listens, because it's one of the lowest listens on Revolver on Spotify. So go listen to the song if you haven't, because it's really underrated. Number 7. Number 7. I kind of mushed two songs together because they're very similar. We have Within You Without You from Sgt. Pepper and Love You Too from Revolver. Now, if you're not aware, these two songs are sitar songs by George Harrison. And let me tell you something. George Harrison's sitar music is so underrated. It honestly makes me kind of sad that these songs, I hear people say that they skip these songs. And I know everyone has different music taste now, but I think George Harrison's sitar music is brilliant. I think it's so cool, and I really love these two songs. I love Within You Without You. I think it's one of the best songs on Sgt. Pepper. It's just the lyrics, man. The lyrics are so deep and powerful with so much meaning. I think they're definitely some of George Harrison's best work. I like the laugh at the end of Within You Without You. It's just such a weird but cool way to end the song. And I love that, you know, there's theories about George put the laugh track at the end because he put that because people like laughed at his music and saying, you know, like, you're not as good as John and Paul. I don't know if that's true or not. I think it was mainly there just to fit the whole theme of Sgt. Pepper, of it being like a live performance, which I wish that whole album did, honestly. I wish it was like, you know how like the first two songs in the album are interconnected? I kind of wish the whole album was like that, but whatever, I'm getting off track. Number 6, I Saw Her Standing There. I Saw Her Standing There is a really fun song off of Please Please Me, which was their first album, and which is a really underrated album, honestly. I feel like that album doesn't really get enough love. I don't know, there's just something about Please Please Me that just hits different, you know? It's like the whole echoey sound of it, and I Saw Her Standing There is a perfect way to open the album, and just, you know, saying to the world, like, hey, we're the Beatles, listen to this song, listen how good this song is. It's one of the rare Beatles songs that all of my friends actually enjoy, which is rare because they're stupid and they don't listen to the Beatles. But I Saw Her Standing There is a really fun and great song, so it's at number 6. I feel like I'm going to regret these placements in the future. You know what? I'm pretty confident with this list. This is my personal favorites. I'm not going to let anyone judge me. Number 5, we have Something, which is from Abbey Road. You probably know this because it's a pretty popular song, but it's George Harrison, and you guys know how much I love George Harrison. I believe it was Frank Sinatra who said that Something is the greatest love song of all time, and personally I agree. It's a very beautiful song. I love how it's kind of soft in the beginning, but then, you know, the part was like, asking me, will my love, and it just gets heavy. I love that part, man. It's such a satisfying part. The song is beautiful. There's nothing really else I have to say about it. It deserves the popularity it gets, and honestly, props to my man George Harrison for dropping 2 bangers on the Beatles' last album they ever recorded. This and Here Comes the Sun, which isn't on this list, but that's also a fantastic song, and it deserves to be the most popular Beatles song in my opinion. Number 4, we have another Abbey Road song, Octopuss Garden, which is my favorite song off the album and is my favorite Ringo Starr song. Now, Octopuss Garden has a very special place in my heart. I have a lot of nostalgia for this song from my parents playing it when I was younger. It seems like everyone as a kid listened to Octopuss Garden and Yellow Submarine, which you could put Yellow Submarine in number 4 as well. You could probably combine these two because they're both Ringo children's music, which it's so cool that Ringo did a lot of like kid stuff, you know, voicing on Thomas the Tank Engine. That's just so cool. Props to Ringo, man, what a guy. He's my second favorite Beatle after George. But Octopuss Garden is just a really fun and happy song, very uplifting. And it's one of my favorite Beatles songs of all time. It's my favorite off Abbey Road, which is an album that I'm not too keen on, which you didn't see in my Beatles album ranking video, but you will see in my next one. Now we're down to the top 3. My third favorite Beatles song of all time is Ticket to Ride. Now, if you're a friend of mine in real life, you might be a bit surprised because I've always thought that Ticket to Ride was my favorite song. But I don't know, it's been kind of overplayed for me. I don't really feel as much for it as I used to. It's one of the first Beatles songs I ever listened to, actually. It's kind of one of the songs that got me into the Beatles. Fun trivia fact about me. When I was first starting to get into the Beatles, Within You Without You was the first song that came up on the This Is the Beatles playlist when I hit it on shuffle. Fun little trivia about me. Anyways, Ticket to Ride. I did report about it in English, and apparently it's the first metal song ever made. I know it doesn't sound like very metal, like, you know, what comes to mind when you think of metal, but that's just so cool that the Beatles invented this huge music genre that would, you know, progressively go on and on. And it's just so cool that the Beatles invented all this stuff, man. People say that they're not the greatest band of all time. People say that these guys are not the best band of all time. Wrong, they are. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. Number 2 is In My Life from the masterpiece album that is Rubber Soul, which is my favorite Beatles album. In My Life is, in my opinion, the greatest song of all time. You might be saying, why is it not a number 1 then? Because this is my favorite Beatles song. It's not the best Beatles songs. If this was the best, then In My Life would be at number 1. But it's at number 2 because there's one song that I like more. And we'll get to that. But In My Life is a beautiful song. Like I said, best song ever made. It might be a controversial statement, but you know what? I don't care. It's the best song ever made. John's vocals are fantastic. The harmonies in the background are great. The lyrics are so beautiful, just, you know, just going through your life and thinking about all the people and places that turned you into who you are today. It's beautiful. It makes me sad whenever I listen to it, but like kind of like melancholy, like happy and sad. And I think this song is really made complete by the fantastic piano solo by George Martin around in the middle of the song. Dude, whenever that part comes on, I honestly feel like tearing up. It's just so, it really completes the mood of this song, and that part just completely makes the whole song. Shout out to George Martin. And shout out to John Lennon. Rest in peace, man. I wish you were still here. I wish you were here to watch this video. That'd be cool. And my number one all-time favorite Beatles song, spoiler alert, comes off Rubber Soul again. You Won't See Me. The song from Rubber Soul. Now, a lot of you might be like, what is this man on about? What is this song? Now, let me tell you, You Won't See Me is a fantastic song by Paul McCartney, and it is so underrated. You need to listen to it right now. If you like the Beatles, you like Paul McCartney, listen to the song. Listen to You Won't See Me. It's such a fantastic song, dude. So if you don't know, Paul McCartney wrote 2 songs on Rubber Soul about his relationship status. The other one being I'm Looking Through You. And both of these songs are fantastic. They really helped me when I went through my first breakup. I listened to these 2 songs a lot, and that's why this song has a lot of meaning to me. And the lyrics are fantastic. I love the ooh la la la. That's my favorite part of the song. When the whole part, though the days off you, and that, that's another freaking moment where I just, Lord Jesus. That part is beautiful. But You Won't See Me is my favorite Beatles song. End of discussion. That was my top 10 Beatles songs. I want to know if you guys agree, if you disagree on some of my placements, if you think I'm stupid, comment below. And I want to know what some of your guys' favorite Beatles songs are. I won't be a Beatles gatekeeper. I'm open to all suggestions. If frickin' Come Together, that stupid song, is your favorite Beatles song, go ahead and comment it. I don't care. I'll read all your comments. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, you know, check out my other Beatles videos that I made, like the Drinking Beatles Potion, if you want to watch that video. Anyways, peace out, everybody. Have a great day.